Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are going to be discussing everything about Six Flags Great Adventure's upcoming 2023 season. So let's jump right in. The park reopens April 1st, which is just in a few days, and there's a lot to cover. Firstly, we all know Yum Yum Cafe has been undergoing refurbishment. The park has announced that Yum Yum Cafe will be reopening with a new menu and a new enhanced dining experience, which the exact quote is right up here. They're also going to be redoing the Wicked Saloon. Wicked Saloon is the saloon, the bar, on your way to El Toro or Frontier Adventures, where the Primo's Pizza is. The park also mentions that they are going to be enhancing their green spaces. And this is a rumor that has come true because a lot of employees were mentioning that almost all the planters in the park were tore up and that they were investing in a lot of new topiary. And that's great because the park has never been amazing at landscaping, but in the past 2 to 3 years, it's gotten much better. And to see them investing more into this, it really shows that they do care. They also mentioned that we are going to be getting a new garden area, and I hope that is somewhat like what we had during Summer Vibes. So with old ride vehicles, a more streamlined version of that would be perfect, and I think everyone would be happy about that. The park also mentions everything happening with the safari this year, and there is a lot to cover. On screen now, you'll see a whole list, and there is a lot. The tiger cubs turn 1 year old in May and will finally be introduced to an exhibit. There's also new European brown bear cubs, which are so cute. There's photos of them on the screen. Also a new Save an Icon pin, as well as the announcement that we are getting monthly safari overnight adventures back. They also mentioned that Georgia the giraffe celebrates 31 years of life, likely one of the oldest giraffes under human care and a grandmother to many giraffes on the property. All this really hypes me up for the upcoming season, and we also learned about confirmed reoccurring events. We are getting Fright Fest again, of course. We are getting Holiday in the Park this year. They also mentioned that we are going to have fireworks shows at Holiday in the Park, not just on New Year's Eve, which is exciting. One of the events that was not talked about in this list was Summer Vibes, so it's not confirmed if that event is returning or not. We did also learn about 3 new events, including Scream Break. Scream Break is an all-new imaginative event with after-hour chills, haunted houses, ghouls, and exclusive nighttime rides on world-class attractions. They say it's going to give you a dose of vitamin scream. Cringe, but it works. We also have the new Flavors of the World event. It's an all-new dining experience that takes you around the world in one day, featuring cuisine from a variety of cultures. Kind of like Grand Carnival at the Cedar Fair parks or nearest to Great Adventure, Dorney does. They're also doing a new Blues, Brews, and Barbecue. It brings an afternoon of live music from best blues and jazz musicians in the area, and refreshing craft beers and mouth-watering barbecue. Sounds good to me. The park also tweeted after this that they are presumably opening Barnstormer this year, finally. And now we're getting into things the park hasn't officially announced, things I've heard rumors about. Firstly, Nitro. I don't think a retheme is happening anymore, but I do believe a repaint has started because there is a new train. I was completely right. All the people that told me I wasn't. D-Train exists at Great Adventure, and it has a brand new color scheme with blue, baby blue, dark blue, and black clamshells. From what I've heard, it looks great. All I know is the colors. And what I've heard is that the supports on Nitro will actually be gray like Jersey Devils supports, but we don't know the track scheme yet. And that is for them to decide. We don't know if it's going to be rethemed or renamed. All we know is that 2 of the trains that are currently on the track have the new color scheme, including one of the old trains, including one of the new trains, and then a 3rd train is on the track that is the old school yellow. At least we know they are working towards an eventual retheme or repaint. As well, there is a rumor going around with El Toro that when the ride reopens, we're going to have a grand reopening, as they want to showcase to the general public that the ride's safe again, and also invite news, which would be a great idea because for the last 2 years, the general public has been very iffy about El Toro. A lot of comments I've gotten about El Toro are general public thinking it's not safe and rough. And while I disagree with that, We just have to see what happens out of this refurbishment. As well, I have found out that the Kia train is no more, as both trains have been refurbished and are looking spiffy as ever, looking back to their 2006 colors and no more grease all over them. And that is a perfect addition, in my opinion, to this whole ever-changing landscape at Great Adventure. It's going to make El Toro look perfect if they do want to do a reopening this summer. Another thing that has been rumored is the expected closure of Frontier Adventures. Mine Train, Skyway, and Log Flume are all going under extensive refurbishment, and it makes sense to close this area, as the only ride open would be Medusa. Medusa not being open, El Toro not being open, and those rides not being open closes off a whole area. Since almost everything's closed over there already, it doesn't make sense to open Medusa, and I understand if the park chooses to keep this whole area closed on opening day. This is a lot to unpack for fans, but it is a lot of exciting news and a lot of good news. And it is showing that even though we will have some ride closures on opening day, they're for a reason. The park is investing money and trying to keep up with things that we all hold near and dear to our hearts. So just give them time. Let me know what you think about all of this info in the comments below, and I'll see you all opening day. Peace.